Another episode of Anything But ASIC, and I'm going to try to talk about what I've been alluding to for the last 2 videos or so, and that is where crypto mining is going to go from here on out. Now, large crypto YouTubers, Voss, is losing his mind because difficulty is slowing down, getting easier, but your profitability is not there. Red Panda, Branded Coin, Crypto Miracle, they're going to continue building up their GPU stash, even though it's really not really much out there to mine after Ethereum goes to proof of stake, and the whales already pretty much bought themselves in, pushing Ethereum all the way from a little bit below $1,000 all the way to $1,500. So where do we go from here? How do we keep crypto alive? And why were we mining to begin with? This question. Were we mining to get some, possibly take a risk to get, financial gains? That was what it was for. Really, we should only be, like I said in the previous video, we should only be supporting the network. Yes, you get a little bit more, you work a little bit harder. Yes, you set up big farms, but that's not really what it's really about. That's not what we really need, in all honesty. And yes, there's a security aspect to it, and Bitcoin's never been hacked due to a 51% attack because of all the hash rate. But in reality, well, here we are now. We're about at the end of what they can make as far as crypto ASIC chips, as small as they possibly can go. We have a global shortage, so we can't just be burning money on like 3 nanometer ASIC chips. Although we have the technology to make 3 nanometer ASIC chips, it's going to be ridiculously expensive. Nobody can afford the miners now. I can only imagine 7 nanometer miners now. I can only imagine what a 3 nanometer miner would look like, or even a 5. And they probably have 5. I heard somewhere there's work on the 5, but where am I going with this? Where are we going for now? What does crypto mining look like in the future? Do you really get to the point where you can only afford 1 rig and you only buy 1 rig because it's 20 grand? Because that's where we were. And getting into it, let's look into the market right now. And this is just going to be hyperbole. This is just going to be my opinion. This is opinion. Just my views of what I see right now. Ethereum is going to flip Bitcoin. Why? Because it's more useful. It's a utility token. Do we like it? No, because it sets the precedence that proof of stake, although Ethereum didn't start as proof of stake, and listen, EOS and all these other coins did, proof of stake is better. That's what's going to set up the precedence for it. Proof of stake is better. Plus, Ethereum has a lot of probably the biggest financial backer ever. If you guys didn't know, it's probably what these whales were that priced themselves in between 1,000 and 1,500, and that's Berkshire. Yeah, it's just what's gonna happen. They're gonna flip Bitcoin, and like read in the previous article, there are large financial backers behind Bitcoin as well. Mostly Binance and the horde thereof. But are these the only 2 coins that matter? Of course not. Are there coins that could do better than Bitcoin and Ethereum? Of course. I just mentioned Lisk and EOS. They were always there. Should we be focusing those? No, we should be focusing on privacy and Monero and use cases and actually using the crypto, which what Litecoin is trying to do, is trying to be actual currency. Hence the name cryptocurrency, not crypto money, not crypto gold. It's cryptocurrency. So, getting into it, you go look at the big miners. I really think they're at the end of the rope. Are we ever going to see a 200 theta hash Bitcoin miner S25? I think so. I really do. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Oh, S23. I would say S23 will come away, but I think Bitcoin's probably the only one that's really of the big three mining rig sellers have come away just selling Bitcoin miners. They don't even talk about what I'm getting at, the AI chips that they were getting into. Silicon, you go to their website, they don't even show their miners anymore. It's not even about the miners. It's about high performance computing platforms, GPUs, multimedia platform, automotive platform. Their newsroom is covered InnoLink, the advanced chiplet solution compiles with the universal chipset. Imagination B series GPU IP selected for Intel's graphics. They're looking into AI. AI is the next step in big blockchain technology, not mining, not a faster miner. It's not what we're going to get. We're going to get an AI that can probably work as well. And this is kind of conjecture. This is, like I said, opinion. We're going to get an AI chip, a 5 nanometer AI chip that will just outperform any Bitcoin miner you've ever had. And it's going to sell. It's going to be one tiny chip, and it's going to sell for like thousands of dollars. And they probably already have it, to be honest with you. And what do I have as proof, as evidence? What would make me think that? Well, once again, in Silicon, they're not even talking about their Bitcoin miners, and they got AI and anything but anything but ASIC miners all over their website. In fact, they're more about video processing and probably helping out the streamer community than they are about making some new ASIC. In fact, if you go, let's see, one stop. I'm trying to see if I could actually find their cryptocurrency miners. Crap. Oh, miner. They haven't come out with a new miner in years, and I think the T3 was like their top, and they just stopped. But even more interesting, between those two, you have Canaan, and the first thing you see on Canaan, go back, is not their cryptocurrency miner. Actually, it is a cryptocurrency miner. Lies. But the next thing you see immediately after is the Kindrite K510 CRB kit. Now, this is an AI chip. The Kindrite has its own SDK. And Canaan wasn't the first people to make the Kindrite. They actually bought them out. So, like I said, what this tells me is that the next evolution of blockchain technology is going to be the data mining via AI, learning to control the AI and making it do what you want it to do. And it's not going to just be some software bot. This is going to be on actual hardware, actually in a server room next to your miners, as the miners get phased out, doing the work beyond what the miners could do, as these are RISC-V. RISC-V is definitely the next step in mining hardware, if not already on the mining hardware, you just haven't noticed. So the first one was AI chip for Kindrite was the K20, and you can get these fairly cheap, fairly easy. And in fact, I suggest not financial advice. You suggest you just go buy one. I think they're like $30 and just mess with it, see what you can get out of it. But I really think this is the next push. This next push. Now, right now, the Kendrite sits at 28 nanometers. And yes, it's going to lead to a very scary future where you are you, and the system knows you are you because they have everything about you put into some server that's readily accessible everywhere. But yeah, this is the next step in blockchain, which is, like I said, gathering data, lots and lots of data, and parsing that data and having access to that data, like having Alexa, but Alexa can see you. And it doesn't just hear you, but it can actually see you, and maybe possibly be walking around. Man. And that's going to be the next thing for Bitcoin miners to really move beyond the ASIC mining of Bitcoin, because it's coming to the end. Let's see how many Bitcoin are left. I don't know if they show how many Bitcoin left. There's not very many Bitcoin left. It's less than what? That's 2 million? A little bit under 2 million Bitcoin left. Now, nearing the end, difficulty is getting high, but the price is not so high. I guess that's better than 2019, 2018. Oh, those were dark times. $3,000 Bitcoin. It was a great time to actually, if you bought. But like I said, going forward, knowing how to deal with these AI chips and how to apply it to blockchain, not only for mining but for data mining and data control, is going to be the next step for Bitcoin miners. And that's just my opinion on it. What do you guys think? This is going to be a short one. That's my big revelation, that the ASIC manufacturers are making AI chips now. What do you guys think? Is this the future? Will we continue getting a 5 nanometer chip that no one can afford, or a 3 nanometer chip that definitely no one can afford? Or is this it for Bitcoin mining and we move on to the next step? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys later.